Hello ladies and gents, this is Mike McBride and today we'll be playing Sejuani in the jungle. So I'm going to get started with the Hunter's Machete, a couple of pots and the Warding Trinket, and I'm going to head over to blue eventually.
Bristle seems hungry today.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
The idea of this game is going to be to go full tank, so I'll be trying to stack as much HP, armour and magic resist as possible to make sure I'm an effective tank. And I was also hoping that Malphite would do the same, because between the two of us we'd have godlike engage. However, he has different ideas for the game, which you'll soon see. My jungle path through the jungle is more than likely going to be Toad, blue, red, and then I might go back for my item. We'll have to wait and see.
Minions have spawned.
There is no strength in servitude.
Right then, so we're going to start with the Toad, and as you may or may not know, he has a buff, which when smited gives you a miniature Thornmail, which is incredibly helpful for your clear. So we'll go ahead and smite that. The smite steals the buff for yourself. And I will start with W, as it gives consistent damage. And also, upon activation, you do extra damage on hit, which is also useful. Then I'll take my E. Now, personally, I like to rank the E because of the slow. It's not on a massive cooldown, but a mini nuke, good for securing, slowing down and sticking to people. But on occasion, I'll rank W and E alongside each other, just so that their cooldowns match. Okay, that's blue done. Gonna take this pot, head over to red. And then by the time we get there, our smite will be back up and we'll be able to smite the red for the health buff. It's also worth noting that W resets your auto attack animation, so it's best to auto, then W for the proc. And then once all three get hit by the flail, hit E and you'll hit them all for the damage. Smite red there for the extra health, and just continue to clear. Right then, so I can see bot lane's quite pushed. My guys are moderately low, as am I, so it could be risky, especially if there's a counter gank from Jax. However, I'd imagine he'd start blue and then head up to red, so we're probably safe in that respect. They've seen me coming, they're going to back off. Blitz wasn't able to land a hook, so I'm going to back off and see what happens.
Living in fear is not living at all.
Right then, as I've still got a moderate amount of health, I'm going to take these bad boys, and then I'll probably head back and get my Ranger's Trailblazer. And there we go. Now I'm going to head back, get my Rangers, and head back into the fray. Okay, as you can see, I've also got myself a few red pots and a couple of blue pots, and they're just to help me with sustain, to make sure I've always got the mana and health to gank. Right, you would have thought, yeah, Malph gets away there, just.
Fight or make room for
Right then, probably going to see if we can do anything bottom now. Right, they haven't seen me. I can tell this by the fact they're still moving in. So I'm going to jump in, see what I can do. Right, Vayne tumbles out of my ability into tower range for an easy kill. Right, take another point in E for that extra slow, bit more damage. And I'm going to try and get on Mal's, but he's quite far away. And even if I do charge in, nothing's probably going to happen. That ward there, pretty handy for alerting Fizz to Jax's presence, and he'll be able to see him unless he comes around behind the ward, which is unlikely. And then I use Smite on the Raptors because it's really handy for being able to see where the wards are, and obviously clearing wards reduces their vision, which is always useful. So there we go, I can clear this ward away, and Malz will either have to replace it or won't know I'm coming. So now I'm going to probably head over to Wolves. Or not, apparently I went top. Right then, just as a general rule of thumb, when Gnar does go Mega Gnar, you want to back away and not fight him, because he is incredibly strong. However, Malphite seems to want to go ham, and thankfully I managed to get in and stop him getting murdered, but that's not always going to be the case. We're not going to be able to pick him up here, as all my abilities are on cooldown.
I will rule the Freljord.
Okay, Malzahar has stayed in too long. Jax is heading up to top, and he died, which is to be expected. There you go, mids went down to bot to get a kill, and there's a second. So that's good, the Fed Fizz is always useful. Alright then, my blue's nearly up, and what I'm going to do now is try and farm a little bit, so I can get up to 6, so I can stay on par with the rest of the team. As a jungler, it's always important to try and keep up on levels, but at the same time help your team if and when you can. So it's important to find that kind of balance, which can be tough at times, but the more you play it, the more you'll get used to it, and the more you'll have a good feel of when's appropriate to gank and when's appropriate to farm. Okay, let's blue down. Haven't got much in the way of health. However, red will be up soon, and I'll be able to smite it for the buff.
Fight or make room for those who will.
Alright, I'm just going to drop a ward there, just to make sure Jax doesn't come in. Try and counter me. That won't quite put me up to 6. So I'm going to head to Wolves, then head to top, I'd imagine.
An ally has been slain.
So we've had bot lane give a double. Mid died to Malzahar, and Malphite's given up. So I'm telling Malz to sort out his attitude. Nothing's ever lost until you think it is. You should never just give up, because a few people have died. Right, there's my level 6, so I'll be able to make a much greater impact on the game, hopefully. Blitz and Ez will be heading bot, and I'll be able to do the same. Just going to go back, get some health and some items, and then we'll be there. Also, another good thing, which I always try and do, is just try and keep people calm. People tend to lose their tempers quite quickly in this game over the small things, and moaning at your team is never really conducive and won't make them play better. So you've got to try and keep calm and encourage people the best you can. However, you should always try and call people out when they're doing particularly stupid things. If someone keeps going in and dying, ask them not to. Try not to wind them up too much. Yeah. Right, so there goes his flash. Right, there we go. Secure, secured. Happy to let him have that one, I guess. It's not too big a deal for me. Right, I've just noticed he's got a pickaxe, and that's not a good sign. That's never a good sign, especially in a ranked game. If you're playing a normal with friends, by all means, go AD Malphite. It's a bit of fun, you can get some crazy damage off. However, if you're losing lane, yeah, probably not the best idea to build AD Malphite. So, we'll see as the game wears on. Alright, I'm just going to farm for a little bit. Trying to get some gold in. As you can see, my creep count isn't particularly high. However, I've been able to apply a moderate amount of pressure on the map. Okay, just going to get a Kindle Gem for the extra cooldown reduction in health, both of which are very useful on Sejuani.
We bow to no one.
And another thing I always like to do is tell people how much time I've got left on my ultimate, depending on who I'm playing as a jungler. If I'm playing as Warwick, it's good for people to know that when you come, by the time you get there, you'll have ult up, same as Sejuani. Okay, Fizz has fallen to Malz again, which is sort of to be expected. With his suppression and his innate tankiness, it can be quite difficult to deal with. I'm not going to be able to do anything to stop tower falling here against the both of them. So what I'll do is hang by the tower, try and pick up a bit of extra gold and experience without pushing the lane. So I'll do that, and now I'm going to head bot, and by the time I get there, ult will be up. Okay, Malphite's gone down again, due in large part to his build, but that's fine. So here we go, I'm going to pick up Soraka here for free, and I wasn't paying quite enough attention on it as I didn't have him on screen, so I didn't see his health. It would have been probably a better idea to ult Vayne sooner, however I wanted to keep it in case she managed to dodge Blitz hooks and secure the kill. So we got Jax coming in here. Blitz has noticed, he's going to back away. Now, it wouldn't have been a bad thing for him to grab him right there across the wall. That could have worked, but it's fine. Okay, going to farm these guys. The passive you get from them on Smite is every 4th auto attack you stun the minions and jungle creeps, which is also very handy for clearing, as while they're stunned, obviously they won't be damaging you. Malphite's gone down again, which will make things a little bit harder, as expected. So Nars got 3 kills, Vayne's on 4, Mal's on 2. Not the end of the world, we're doing quite well, but it's going to be an issue later.
We bow to no one.
And just something I've noticed is Jax has a poacher's, whatever it's called, the jungle item for stealing camps. However, he hasn't been stealing any of my camps, so that's a waste of an item, or at least part of the item. So it wasn't the best idea for him. Not something I'd recommend. I'd get something like potentially the Skirmisher Saber, which wouldn't be a bad idea, as it's geared up for dueling, and Jax is a great duelist. So right, we can see Jax here. He's coming in, he's thought about it, he's probably just realised the item he has as well. Fizz has hit the fish, and Jax is going to go down. So Malphite even was paying attention and was able to collapse in there, which is good. Not too much we're going to be able to do against a Gnar on his tower. Now Malzahar's here, so we got a 3v2 situation. The jungler's down, and I was quite keen to go in on this. However, No one else quite seems into it. Right. So I was hoping Fizz would come in. Got the ult off. Got the slow. And his flash is down, which isn't a bad thing. Now I didn't have my knock up to prevent the ultimate, and Fizz is down. If we had managed to get in on him while stunned and do the damage, that would have been probably a free kill. And now I'm just gonna run, essentially. That's another good thing about Sejuani's Q, is it's really useful for jumping over walls, so even if people are chasing you, you can always get through the thick walls as well. And he's not going to get me, so that's fine. Gonna head over to red. Get that, get level 9, get some health back. Good times. Alright then, so now we can see Jax on the dragon, but our bot lane's pushed quite far back. So, not too much I can do here. I wanted to jump in, hope that my empowered auto would get it, but not quite. Flash back over the wall. Not a huge loss for me. Gonna head back, buy some items, and then by the time I'm back and ready for my next gank, my ult will be up. And also that's another reason why I favour Sejuani at the moment, is even if you're behind, even if you're squishy, your ultimate will always be useful if you can hit it. So just bear that in mind. If you're good with skill shots, you can hit it every time. She'll always be useful in game. That's my opinion. And I would say the same thing of Ashe. That's why I like Ashe. Okay, just gonna farm mid. Get some of this free gold. There we go. Not going to push it too far. Even though Malph will auto push it with his E, still I don't think it'd be too fair on Fizz, considering he's having a tough time. Right, going to go in there on Gnar. His transformation is down, so there's that. However, he is fed, so not necessarily a good idea for me to fight him 1v1. So what I'm going to try and do is stay in his line of sight to keep him interested. He's going to heal up. We've got Jax here as well, so maybe me and Malphite can make plays, but who knows. Malphite now seems to have the components for a Hydra, of course, which is super smart with Malphite, but we'll see. Right then, so Jax is kind of backed off a bit. Gnar's going to help me take this down. I'll smite it. No problem. Right then, so we've got these two here. Jax hasn't had too much of an impact on the game, so we can probably get the kill off on him.
We fight while cowards talk.
Can still see Malzahar's mid, so can head over there, see what we can do. He's backing off. Fizz isn't coming up with the minion wave, so chances are there's not too much can happen. Right, so I've seen these two. Thankfully, they didn't see me coming, so they didn't get me. Right, and now we've got Jax. He'll be easy to collapse on if Malphite had gone around the wolf bit. Would have been slightly better. However, I've got my auto off. Slowed him, the ult's gone in. Sadly, the minion blocked that from the creep, but we're going to pick up Jax. Now we've got Gnar in, who of course is very strong Mega Gnar, so I'm going to try and get my slows off and pump damage into him, and he'll fall.
Deeds, not words.
Gonna smite it for the extra mana as I was getting low, and we'll finish it off. There we go. Got enough now to go back and get a giant spout. which of course is very handy as your health increases the damage of your W. But as I have the money, I'm going to pick up one of those. You'll have to ignore my phone, just a client texting me. Sorry about that.
I will rule the
Killing spree.
We bow to no one.
Right, sorry about that, just had to do something real quick. Put my phone on mute so I don't get in the way. And back to the game. So, 305, and on a champion such as Sejuani, where you can put that extra gold into becoming tanky and harder to kill, is always going to be quite useful. You can go a tanky AP route, which I do like to play with, but I foresaw this game being a tough one, so I thought going full tank would certainly help our team out. However, in the grand scheme of things, we have an incredibly squishy team, and it's difficult to solo tank, so there's always that. Okay, Eds is going to fall to Malph, which isn't too surprising, as Malph can 100 to 0 just about anyone if he hits all his skills, especially squishies. And now we're heading top as a 3. We're going to get collapsed in on, almost guaranteed. Vayne's backed away. Now it's time to run. Going to stay here just to offer a little bit of extra support. Right, so that silence has done a lot. Stone's gone in. Fish. Jazz is fallen. Jack's even. Jazz. And going to back away. Okay. Got Malph in here. This isn't looking too good, so I'm just going to jump the big wall. And I'm out. What we should have done, realistically, get the kill and go. We shouldn't have been in the first place. We were lucky to get the initial kill, but a large part of this game is knowing when to cut your losses and leave. And now we're going to try and get Drake. Okay, so we've lost sight of Malph. However, it doesn't seem likely he's going to be able to steal Drake or kill me. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Plus I've got Smite, so if I lose it to him, then I'm an idiot. Okay, just keep going, and Smite. There we go. So I'm going to wait for my cooldown, pop the wall, just so I'm safe, and I'm going to recall.
An enemy has been slain.
Right onward.
Okay, now as you can see, I have pulled slightly ahead of most of my team in terms of level, which is going to be helpful. Now we're going to try and push down this tower. It shouldn't be an issue. You can't see anyone on the map. So, and we've got wards on either side. So them coming from behind shouldn't be an issue. There you go. He tried it, he was alone. Couldn't get anything off, no problem. Okay, Ezreal, slightly caught out there. That's fine. Jackson Flames go for stun. Cool. So we're out safely. We can recall, heal up. The tower's probably going to fall, but it's pretty low, so there's not too much we can do about that. Okay, Fizz has got Vayne, which is good. However, we're all low. They have a fair amount of health. But, as I'm assuming my team isn't gonna get out safely. I'm just sticking around so I can throw my ult in case we need to escape. And I've binned it, thrown it straight into the middle. My bad. So as you can see, Malzahar has got a Static Shiv and a Ravenous Hydra. The thing is, with Malph and his W, you can get absurd amounts of AD. However, you'll be squishy, so you won't normally be able to utilise it. And it makes things overly complicated. He's going to get some kills. Makes you think maybe you're in with a shot. However, it's just not particularly viable unless you're miles ahead, which he is not. Okay, so we've got Malz out of position here. He's going to fall. That puts me on a rampage with 406. Going to go ahead and smite these, and then I'll be able to see if they've got any deep wards, which I can see they do. So there we go.
I was born for conquest.
And there's another one, but I wasted the time, and then Blitz cleared the one I was going for, so we know it's there, but
I will not tolerate.
okay, Malphite is pushed along top and is currently fighting Jax by the looks of things. Is he gonna get out? Probably not. No. So that's fine, but we can't really capitalise as we're pretty pushed in bottom. Right, so we got Vayne and Soraka down here. Fish isn't going to land, which isn't too big a deal. Blitz is going to get his silence off. Vayne will tumble out of the grab. I'm going to keep chasing and decide probably not a good idea to go in alone. We got Gnar pushing top. Vayne's gonna push this lane down, get some farm in. I'm gonna back off just in case she condemns me into a wall. It's not gonna be fun. And I'm gonna head back and go back in relative safety. There we go. I'm back, I'm safe. Right, I've got my Sunfire cape, which is, I'd say, a particularly good item on Sejuani, as obviously the health will increase your damage and the flame aura will augment the damage of your W. So there's that. There's me stating the obvious, we can't just let Vayne free farm, as late game Vayne is terrifyingly scary. Okay, there we've got Gnar's transform down, which is good, so that as the waves push, if they push along with it, he won't have it up, which is useful.
No spoils for them.
Okay, so his is going to go down there. Got the stun off. Jax is in. Okay, holding on to my ult. There it goes. Fizz is in. I'm going to have to flash out with them battering me, and we completely split. The rest of our team got destroyed, as did we. So this is probably the beginning of the end, as it were.
Not words.
As we had a couple with us. So we were 2v2 and the rest of our team were 3v3, and we both lost our skirmishes. So there's that. Malphite's pushing along top. Oh, so I guess not. He will stop. There you go. That's that. Okay. I'm going to slow him. And there we go. He'll fall to me. It's fine. Half tempted to try and chase down Soraka, but it's not hugely likely I'm going to catch her. Okay, Ezreal's going to take a lot of damage, and he's stayed in. There you go. Problem solved. I'm going to drop Zonia's, and he's going to fall. There we go. Now I've got enough respect as Cal, which I'll be able to into good use, as Malzar's pretty scary. So we'll go ahead, pick that up for the Banshees.
An ally has been slain.
Okay, and now Malphite appears to be building an Infinity Edge. Again, like I said, you know, ranked isn't the best place for this kind of stuff. Also, we haven't really had him present for any team fights, which again isn't particularly useful, considering his ultimate is pretty powerful when it comes to turning the tide of fights. But that's that. We're going to try and contest Drake here. Or at least I'm going to try and get him and smite it. Go over the wall. And I messed up. That's a shame. However, Jax is going to go down. So there's that. Soraka isn't able to get in on time. She's going to pop her coin to run away. Okay, Malphite's gone down again to Gnar, who at this point is pretty terrifying, as he got a fair amount of free kills. And now he's going to run in the jungle. He's going to get his ultimate off, jump in, then he's going to fall, hopefully. But so it's Fizz, so I'm going to come across here, back out. Nothing we could do there. Versus the Vayne and Soraka with all her cooldowns up. So, as you can see, excellent spelling from me there. Just reminding Malzahar that had he built tank, we'd have been alright at the very least. Okay, here we go. So I've got these two on lockdown. Malzahar's jumped in. Okay, and he's going to get some kills here. Which is fine. I'm going to tie up these two while he gets his damage off. And don't let it fool you. I'm getting a triple kill now. Too late. He's given away plenty of free kills. Hasn't played as part of the team. So it's too late for redemption in my opinion. And also, that was a small skirmish in which I was able to keep people locked down so he could get the damage off. In the event of a full team fight, he's not going to be able to do that, as he can just get focused down. Okay, gonna let Ez have red, which will help him with his kiting, and his Iceborne Gauntlet will also help. However, it does normally come at the cost of losing a bit of damage, but survivability is key. Right, so I'm going to go back, I'm going to sell my mana pot, which I've been hauling around with me for ages, or not. Turns out I've not remembered that correctly. And oh, I'm going to get rid of it. Pick up a pink ward, as we have minimal vision on the map at the moment. And definitely something I need to work on, and it's something that's quite easy to forget if you're not playing support. But vision is absolutely paramount. You need to be able to see where they are at all times. Never forget it. If you can, if you've got the money, use it to pick up a ward. I'm going to ward just above us to stop people looping around from behind us. There we go. That's the stun off. And the slow. And he's dead. There we go. Okay, there's one. Get the knockout. Gonna get the on hit, and we're gonna finish it with the overall double. Now for my last item, seeing as I am going full tank, the chances are it will be a Guardian Angel, seeing as it gives a decent amount of armor, magic resist, and a very useful passive. Sorry about that, not too well at the moment. And yeah, doing my absolute best to tank. I've ended up pretty fed. Okay, Malzahar's going to come and take this. Which is helpful. lock up now. Get the slow off. Now he's going to transform. So yeah, I'm just being a bit silly chasing after him here. Going to regroup up with the team. Malzahar's, well, going to go back. Vayne is in a bad position here. So if we can cut her off, we're on to a winner.
Living in fear is not living at all.
I thought she was going to loop back around. I was going to hop the wall. But that's not too likely. Right, now I'm going to queue into that wall because I'm bad at the game. And we are horrendously out of position here. So this is not going to be good. Going to get my ult off. Right, they've separated off. So we've got Jax here. Fizz has abandoned all hope of staying with the team. He's going to pick up the kill on Soraka, which is fine. Jax is going to go down. And there we go. It's a good ultimate from everyone. Okay, so we've got 30 seconds on Drake. And I'm just putting a reminder that Malzahar can then come down the river once he's done getting that farm. Give us a hand. We can push up here, hopefully get tower. And on our way out, pick up the Drake. Which is fine, we're going to get it. Now it's time to back off the Drake. However, they are all coming down on us now. My ult is back up. Ezreal's done the smart thing there by aggroing blue, because that's going to draw their attention. Cool. Probably not going to be able to get Drake from here. Don't have my flash up, so I can't go over the wall and flash back across. If I do go in, I'll die. Is it worth it for the dragon? I decided yes. So that was a really bad choice on my part. First death of the game. Not a great time. But, you know, it is what it is. Just gonna check the damage. Always a good idea. Just have a look, see what killed you. See what you need. As you can see, I've got 249 armour, which is pretty good, but I've only got 138 magic resist, so when I get my components for my GA, probably best to think about that, which I haven't done. So yeah, super smart. Decent hook from Blitz. Raki's just gonna destroy my everything. Ezreal's pretty low and should probably heal. Blitzcrank's moderately tanky, so good for him. That's helpful. It's kind of what we needed.
Fight or make room for those.
Now is going to be pushing down top again. Now, as you can see, we've got 5 wards on the red side of the jungle. But we've got nothing around Baron, which isn't necessarily a good thing. We've got Jax bot, so you know, you can kind of assume that they're not going to go for Baron. However, with their current power levels, it wouldn't be a stretch to think they'd just be able to do it with a couple of them. So, fair amount of damage coming off from Vayne. That's what, 4 auto attacks. Fizz's Fish is down. Mal's lands. His ultimate just gets a kill. Now we're in a basically 4v4. I guess Ezreal's got minimal health, so someone's just gonna have to sneeze on him and he'll go. So we need to be careful. I've just about made it through her stun. Right, so as you can see, especially with Malz and Na and his boomerang, they have a decent amount of poke, and our team doesn't really have the health to withstand it, which is an issue considering how much damage Malzahar can do. So we're going to back away. They've got 2 open inhibs, so if I was on their team, chances are I would send 4 mid as they're stronger than us, potentially 1 bottom, or I would just bully them out. Like, we're having to retreat here, we're on the back foot. We haven't got Malphite's ultimate, so they're in a stronger position than we are. So there's a good chance that they're just going to bully us out, force their way down, and that'll be game. So we'll see. Alright, so they're split, but we didn't really react fast enough to turn on Jax, and they'd have probably made it around the wall anyway. Now they're heading up for Baron, or at least it looked like they were. So I'm going to drop a ward there, check this brush, head over here. Right, so now we've got 2 of them. So Jax is going to fall pretty quickly. Mars transforms, and he's going to be incredibly strong. And everyone's just getting absolutely demolished. Ez turns up to the fight super late, and that's all she wrote, I'd imagine. That's about as far as we're going to get. So I'm going to hop the wall, heal up, do what I can, but at this point there's literally nothing I can do. Next person's going to be up in 35 seconds, and yeah. Going to do my best to be a pain, get some damage off, but he's about to transform, and I'm going to go. I'm going to fall to the 3 of them. Not too much you can do when you've got a wave of super minions coming behind them, and they're going to finish. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you liked it, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.